Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, we will discuss about the APPSC Degree Lecturer Computer Science 2012 previous paper in detail. So this is the part 2 video. If you have not watched the part 1 video, please watch the first part video and then watch the second part. So let's start the video. The average seek time can be reduced in a hard disk drive. So first of all, what is meant by seek time? Seek time is the time taken by the read or write head to reach the desired track. So increasing the number of surfaces distributes the data more efficiently, reducing the seek time. So here the answer 3 is the correct answer. The number of surfaces of the hard disk must be increased. So if you observe the gramophone, how the disks will be arranged. Similarly here in the hard disk there are multiple number of disks or multiple number of plates are placed on each other. When the read-write header points to a particular track, then we can access the data at that track. So option 3 is the correct answer. Consider the following two classes in Java. So here given two classes, that is public class A and public class B. So here class B is a subpart of the class A. Okay. So here which method hides a method in the superclass? So we need to find out which method hides a method in the superclass. Here hiding happens when a static method in a subclass has the same signature as a static method in the superclass. Whereas the overriding happens when a static method in the subclass has the same signature as a non-static method in the superclass. So here we have to find which method is hiding a method in the superclass. So we know that, so here the class A is the superclass. So here the class B is a subclass and class A is a superclass. And hiding happens when a static method in a subclass. So what is a static method in a subclass here? So 1 and 4. Static method in a subclass has the same signature as a static method in the superclass. So here the static method are 3 and 4 in the superclass. So now commonly we have both the 4, method 4, right? So here the hiding is happening when the static method in a subclass has the same signature as a static method in the superclass. So here both are static, so superclass method is hidden but not overridden. Whereas in the case of overriding, what will happen? So in the overriding means, so here the subclass has a static method and superclass has a non-static method. So that is method 1. Subclass has a static method and the superclass doesn't have any static method, that is non-static method. Okay. So this is for overriding. So this is for hiding. Okay. So since they are asking about which method hides a method in the superclass, so we will go with the method 4. So option 4 is the correct answer. Which of the following traversal technique lists the nodes of a binary search tree in an ascending order? In-order traversal. So in-order traversal means it will start from the left node and then root node and then right node of a binary search tree that results in a ascending order. So in-order traversal is the correct answer. Next, which of the following is not an NP-hard problem? NP-hard problems are computational problems for which no known polynomial time solution exists. So traveling salesperson problem and knapsack or NP-hard and minimal spanning tree. Minimal spanning tree is solvable in polynomial time using Kruskal or Prim's algorithm. So minimal spanning tree is the correct answer, which is not a NP-hard problem. Next, which of the following statements is true with respect to exception handling? Exception handling deals with runtime errors, preventing system crashes. Compile time errors and design errors must be fixed manually, but runtime exceptions can be handled using try-catch method. So only runtime errors can be handled. So statement 2 is false here. So answer 3, that is the potential runtime errors can be corrected, is the correct answer. Next. The process of assigning load addresses to program parts and adjusting code and data accordingly is called. Assembly, parsing, relocation and symbol resolution. So relocation refers to adjusting memory address when a program is loaded to the main memory or RAM. For example, if a program is compiled to start at address 1000 but it is loaded to 5000, all address need to be updated. That is the relocation. So option 3 is the correct answer. A page table is maintained partially in the cache memory with a hit ratio of 80%. Give the following what is the effective access time. So here cache lookup takes 5 nanoseconds and memory access time is 100 nanoseconds. So we need to calculate the effective access time here. So here given the hit ratio is 80% and cache access time is 5 nanoseconds and memory access time is 100 nanoseconds. So we need to calculate the effective access time. So effective access time is equals to hit ratio into cache time plus miss ratio into memory time. So what is the hit ratio here? 80%. That means 0.8 into cache time. So cache lookup time is 5 nanoseconds plus miss ratio. What is the miss ratio here? So given the hit ratio is 80%. So miss ratio is the reverse of the hit ratio, right? That is 20%. That means 0.2%. 0.2. So 0.2 into memory access time. So what is memory access time? 100 nanoseconds. So that is 4 plus 20. So that is 24 nanoseconds. So approximately it is giving the answer option 3. Okay. Option 3 is the correct answer. The two-phase commit protocol is resilient to. The two-phase commit is a distributed algorithm used to ensure that a transaction is completed in a reliable way across multiple nodes. It is designed to handle site and link failures, ensuring consistency in distributed systems. Deadlocks, dependencies, and starvation can still occur, but site and link failure resilience is the key feature. So option 2 is the correct answer. Next one. Memory of a graphics card integrated into the motherboard is called. So graphics memory includes display memory and frame buffer. So display memory means it stores images, textures and rendering data. Whereas the frame buffer means it holds the final image before displaying it on the screen. So RAM is general purpose memory, whereas display memory and frame buffer are specific to graphics. So option 4, that is both 2 and 3 are correct answers. The function of network layer of OSA model is. The network layer, that is layer 3, is responsible for different types of functions such as packet routing, congestion control and internetworking. So packet routing means it determines the best path for data to travel to reach the destination. And congestion control means it manages data flow to prevent overloading. And internetworking enables communication across different networks. So option 4, all of these is the correct answer. Next. Name of the data structure maintained by a distributed file system to map the mount points to appropriate storage devices. Distributed file systems use a mount table to manage mappings between mount points and storage devices. It helps in organizing distributed storage across different nodes. So mount table, option 2 is the correct answer. Which of the following is not a characteristic for testability? So first of all, what is meant by testability? Testability refers to how easily a system can be tested. So the features include simplicity, observability, operability, etc. So simplicity means it is easy to understand and test. Observability means easy to observe output from test. And operability means system works correctly under test conditions. So robustness, that is option 1, is related to system stability but not testability. So option 1 is the correct answer. Monitor in computer science stands for. So monitor is a solution for critical section problem. That is option 3 is the correct answer. Which of the following is a security requirement? So some of the key security requirements are confidentiality, integrity, authentication, and non-repudiation. Confidentiality protects the sensitive data, and integrity prevents the data alteration, and authentication confirms identity of users. Non-repudiation prevents denial of service. So option 4, that is all of the above, is the correct answer. In computer science jargon, kilo means. So here in the computer science jargon, kilo means 1000. In computing, kilo refers to 2 power 10, that is 1024, used for memory and storage calculations. So that is option 4, both 2 and 3 are correct. Which of the following is true with respect to interrupts? Interrupts are external or internal signals that notify the CPU to halt its current execution and respond to an event. So here option 1 is true because interrupts need to be enabled for the CPU to process them. And option 2 is incorrect because loop instructions can be interrupted. And option 3 is also false because CPU checks for interrupts only at predefined points, not necessarily before every instruction. And option 4 is also false because both level triggered and edge triggered interrupts exist. So option 1 is the correct answer. So interrupts need to be enabled for the CPU to process them. Next, 92. Overloaded functions. Function overloading means defining multiple functions with the same name but different argument list. So here option 2 is false and option 3 is false. So answer is option 1, are a group of functions with the same name and different parameters. Which of the following is a non-linear data structure? So we know that tree is a non-linear data structure. So linear data structures store elements sequentially while non-linear data structures have hierarchical relationships. Stacks and queues are linear data structures whereas the trees are non-linear. So next one. Which of the following is a paradigm for designing algorithms? So greedy method, divide and conquer, dynamic programming are common algorithm design paradigms, and functional programming is a programming paradigm, not an algorithmic design technique. So option 3, that is functional programming, is the correct answer. Which of the following is a functional programming language? Functional programming languages emphasize the use of functions and avoid changing states. Lisp, APL, and Haskell all support functional programming. So all the above is the correct answer. The number of tokens in the following C statement is. So printf I equals to %d and address of I equals to %x. comma I, address of I. Tokens in a C statement include keywords, identifiers, constants, operators, and punctuations. So here, given a statement, printf statement, so here printf is one token and opening parenthesis is one token, and here opening the %d, that is the integer %d is one token. So %d comma address of I equals to %x. So this is one token of string literal, and comma is one token. So I is one token, and again another comma is there, right? So here another comma is another token, and address of I is one token. So the address of I is two tokens, right? Ampersand and I, two tokens, and then closing parenthesis is one token, and the semicolon is one token. So this is the two tokens, right? So total how many tokens are there? So 1, 1, 2, 3. So here printf is one token, opening parenthesis is one token, so two tokens. So I equals to %d to I equals to %x. So this is a one token, so total three tokens. Next, comma one token 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So totally there are 10 tokens available here. So option 2 is the correct answer. Which of the following is false with respect to operating system? An OS is responsible for managing resources like CPU, memory, and input-output. So here option 3 is false. It doesn't allocate resources. So option 3 is the correct answer. So OS will act as a government in the system, and it will control all the programs and control all the activities. It will act as a manager in the system. Next, SQL is used for. SQL, that is structured query language, is specifically used for querying relational databases. So answer 2, that is the query for relational database, is the correct answer. Which of the following is a line drawing algorithm? Line drawing algorithms are used in computer graphics to draw a line between 2 points efficiently. So DDA algorithm, digital differential analyzer algorithm, Besselheim's algorithm, and midpoint algorithm are all widely used for this purpose. So option 4, that is all of the above, is the correct answer. Which of the following statements is false? So here LAN, VSAT, and WAN definitions are correct in the given statements. ISDN actually stands for Integrated Services Digital Network, not for Integrated System Design Network. So option 3 is the false statement, so it is the correct answer. So LAN means local area network, VSAT means very small aperture terminal, WAN stands for wide area network. So option 3 is the correct answer. Scalability of a distributed system refers to its. Scalability means system's ability to handle growth efficiently. A well-designed distributed system should be able to expand and control and contract based on demand. So here option 4, that is ability for both expansion and contraction on demand, is correct answer. Which of the following software engineering concept does ADA language support? ADA is a structured, statically typed, high-level programming language designed for safety and efficiency. It supports features like abstraction, generic programming, information hiding. So option 4, that is all of these, is the correct answer. Match the following with respect to UML. So use case diagrams represent actors and their interactions with the system. So for A, 3 is correct answer. Next, encapsulation. Encapsulation is the concept of binding data and methods together. So option 2 is the correct answer for B. That binds together code and data. Next, aggregation. Aggregation represents a whole part relationship between the objects. So option 4 is the correct answer for the aggregation. Next, polymorphism allows one name to be used for different purposes. So option 1 is the correct answer for D. So this A to 3, B to 2 and C to 4, D to 1. So option 2 is the correct answer here. The RSA algorithm is named after who invented it. RSA full form is Rivest-Shamir-Adleman algorithm. So it is a widely used publicly encrypted system invented by Ron Rivest, Adi Shamir and Len Adleman. So answer 3 is the correct answer. The printing speed of a printer is measured by. So it is measured by ppm, so pages per minute. It is a standard measure for printer speed, indicating how many pages can be printed in a minute. And bits per second means for data transmission, megabits for measuring the data size, and dpa, that is dots per inch, measures the print resolution but not speed. So option 1 ppm is the correct answer. A pipeline instruction is invoked when dash type of instructions occur. Pipelining involves breaking down an instruction into multiple stages, typically including register transfer, decoding, execution and write back. The first stage in a pipeline is usually the register transfer stage, which involves fetching the instruction. So option 1 is the correct answer. Next, friend functions have access to. So in C++ language, friend functions can access all members of a class, including the private and protected ones. So option 1, that is the private and protected members, is the correct answer. The maximum depth that a tree of n nodes can have is. So in a skewed tree, like a linked list, the maximum depth can be equal to the total number of nodes. But for a balanced tree, like a binary tree, the depth is actually log n base 2, but the question asks for the maximum possible depth. So the maximum possible depth is n. So option 2 is the correct answer. Which of the following is not a standard problem to be solved by the non-linear programming? Which of the following is not a standard problem to be solved by non-linear programming? Non-linear programming involves optimization where the objective function or constraints are non-linear. Traveling salesperson problem is typically solved using combinatorial optimization techniques but not NLP. So answer 2 is the correct answer. Which of the following control structures of C is always executed at least once? So in C, the do-while loop ensures that the code block runs at least once even if the condition is false from the start. For and while loops, the condition is checked before the first execution, meaning they may not run for even once. So option 3, do-while loop is the correct answer. Next question. Which of the following derivations does a top-down parser use while passing an input string? The input is assumed to be scanned in left to right order. So a top-down parser constructs a parse tree by starting from the root and expanding to the leaf, always choosing the leftmost non-terminal first. This process corresponds to a leftmost derivation. So answer 1 is the correct answer. The drawback of a tree-structured directory structure is. A tree-structured directory allows for subdirectories and supports relative path specification. However, It doesn't allow sharing of files or directories because each file has a single parent directory. So option 3, it doesn't allow sharing of a file or directory is the correct answer. Which normal form is considered adequate for normal relational database design? First normal form removes the duplicate columns and ensures atomicity, and second normal form eliminates partial dependencies, and third normal form eliminates the transitive dependencies. So ensuring that all attributes are directly dependent on the primary key, and fourth and fifth normal form are used for further refinements but not always necessary for standard database design. So here third normal form is the correct answer because it is generally considered adequate for normal relational database design. In Cohen-Sutherland, line clipping algorithm codes bits are set according to the following order. The Cohen-Sutherland algorithm uses a 4-bit output that is a top, bottom, left, right for identifying regions outside the clipping window. The order follows the sequence TDLR. So option 3 is the correct answer. A central computer surrounded by one or more satellite computers is called. A central computer surrounded by satellites is a type of distributed system where computing tasks are shared. It may provide a single virtual shared address space for communication. It helps in simplifying distributed programming since the computation is shared among multiple computers. It reduces hardware design complexities by creating an abstract layer for communication. So, option 4, all of the above is the correct answer. Next one. Which of the following is true with respect to distributed shared memory DSM? Distributed shared memory allows multiple processors to share a single address space, even though they operate on different physical memories. This makes distributed programming easier as a process can access memory locations directly. It hides the hardware complexity, making the system appear as a single unified memory structure. So here option 4, all of the above is the correct answer. Dash understands what customers want, how to specify these into terms that a programmer or software engineer can understand. A software analyst, also called a business analyst, bridges the gap between customers and technical teams by translating business requirements into technical specifications, whereas the software architect designs the system and project manager handle coordination, but the main role of requirement gathering and analysis belongs to software analyst. So option 3 is the correct answer. Which is true with respect to remote procedure calls mechanism. RPC allows a program to invoke procedures on a remote system like a local function call. It follows a subroutine call model, meaning it abstracts network communication. Unblocked versions exist to improve the efficiency. So it is an alternate to the message passing where inter-process communication is managed automatically. So option 4, all of the above is the correct answer. Next, which of the following is true with respect to digital signature? Digital signatures means it will verify the authenticity and integrity of a document using asymmetric cryptography. However, they do not inherently provide timestamp information unless combined with a trusted timestamping mechanism. Electronic signatures can be simple scanned signatures, while digital signatures use cryptographic methods for security. Digital signatures use asymmetric encryption, that is a private and public key pair. So option 4, all of the above is the correct answer. The stored program concept is proposed by. The stored program concept was proposed by John von Neumann, stating that instruction and data should be stored in the same memory unit for a flexible computing model. Pascal is a programming language developed by Nicholas Ritz. And von Neumann's architecture is the foundation of a modern computer system. So answer 3 is the correct answer, von Neumann. When will DMA, direct memory access, most probably be used? So DMA is used to transfer data between memory and peripherals without involving the CPU. So it is used when the system performance of a system is increased. In multiprocessor systems where multiple CPUs share memory and require fast data transfer, and the CPU must control various input-output devices efficiently. So thus all the given options are valid. So option 4, all of the above is the correct answer. Next, what is the value of variable C after the switch statement in the given C program? So here given the value x equals to 3, so switch of 3 is executed here. Now the case directly goes to the case 3, then switch off 3. Right? So now C equals to C break matches. So now the value of C is set to C. So option 2 is the correct answer. Which of the following sorting algorithms does not have a worst case running time of big O of n square? So here the answer is med sort. So bubble sort takes a big O of n square time, and quick sort takes a big O of n square in worst case and big O of n log n in average case, whereas the med sort doesn't have big O of n square. So the time complexity here is big O of n log n. Similarly for heap sort also the time complexity is big O of n log n. So that's why med sort is the correct answer. Here arithmetic notations are a set of mathematical tools used in computer science to describe the efficiency of algorithm. They provide a way to express the growth rate of an algorithm's runtime or space requirement as the input size grows. So we have 3 types of notations, that is big O notation, omega notation, and big theta notation. So in the big O notation describes the upper bound of an algorithm's running time. So that is it represents the worst case scenario. So here big O notation is represented with less than or equals to. So that is the option 2. Next. So next one is the big theta notation. It describes both the upper and lower bounds of an algorithm's running time. It represents the average case scenario. So here theta notation means it denotes the equals to. So theta represents the equals to. Next, omega notation. So big omega notation describes the lower bound of an algorithm's running time. It represents the best case scenario. So for suppose omega of 1 means algorithm's running time is constant regardless of the input size. So for this option C, option 1 is the correct answer. So if you check the, so A2, B1 and C3. So option 3 is the correct answer. Next one. BNF notation is introduced by. So BNF full form is Backus norm form. So BNF is a formal way to describe the syntax of programming languages introduced by John Backus and later improved by Nicholas Ritz. So option 4 is the correct answer, that is John Backus and Nicholas Ritz. Next one. The output of a lexical analyzer is. A lexical analyzer or lexer processes source code and converts it into tokens, that is keywords, identifiers, symbols, etc. for further processing by the syntax analyzer, that is a parser. So here option 3, that is a stream of tokens, is the correct answer. Next. Multi-programming means. Multi-programming means it is a method where multiple programs reside in memory, main memory, and execute concurrently. It enables executing more than one program at a time. Efficient utilization of CPU by accommodating multiple tasks in memory and supporting multiple processes in a system. So option 4, all of the above is the correct answer. Next, with regard to the expressive power of the formal relational query languages, which of the following is true? So here relational algebra and relational calculus are two formal query languages used in databases. Relational algebra refers to safe relational calculus. So both can express the same range of queries. Unsafe relational calculus allows queries that provide infinite results. So option 3 is the correct answer. Relational algebra has the same power as the safe relational calculus. Next. Match the following. So given the options here, given two statements, you have to match them. So this question is from the computer graphics. Okay. So here the option A, that is imaging. So here imaging represents the 2D images. So 4 is the correct answer. Next, modeling. So modeling represents the 3D objects. So it represents the 3D objects. That is fine. Option 1 is the correct answer. And rendering. So rendering constructs 2D images from 3D models. So C, option 2 is the correct answer. And D, animation. Simulating changes over time is called as animation. So option 3 is the correct answer for D. Okay. So we check this D3, A4, B1, C2, D3. So option 4 is the correct answer. Next. In the context of computer networks, which of the following is false? So here the statement about the OSI layer interaction is false. That is option 1 is false. In the OSI model, the network layer accepts messages from session layer and passes them to the transport layer, so which is incorrect. So the network layer doesn't interact with the session layer, it interacts with the transport layer and the data link layer only. And the fiber optic devices for transmission have higher bandwidth than copper based devices, so which is correct. A set of layers and protocols is called network architecture, is correct. And in network architecture, a service is a set of primitive operations that a layer provides to the layer above it. So it is also correct. So option 1 is the false one. Next, with respect to distributed systems, transparency means. So transparency in distributed systems ensures that users and applications do not need to know the details of a system implementation. So here, invisibility of the operational details, that is, users should not see the complexity of the distribution, is the correct answer. Next one, 132. The data flow model of an application mainly shows. The data flow model represents how data moves through a system, including its processing and storage. So the underlying data and relationships, processing requirements and flow of data, decision and control information, all these are correct. So all of the above is the correct answer. A state diagram of UML is. A state diagram in UML represents different states of an object and the transitions between them. It shows the permitted states and transitions useful for modeling classes corresponding to objects. So option 3, that is both 1 and 2 is correct answer. Next. Expansion for DES, a most widely used encryption algorithm is. So the expansion of DES is data encryption standards, which was one of the most widely used symmetric encryption algorithms. Computing the power of a microprocessor is measured by. So it is measured by all the three here. FLOPS. FLOPS full form is a floating point operations per second, measures performance in scientific calculations. Whereas megahertz refers to clock speed of a processor, and MPS, that is million instructions per second, measures how many instructions a processor can execute per second. So all of the above is the correct answer. A processor needs software interrupt too. A software interrupt is used when a program needs to interact with the operating system, typically through the system calls or service request. So here option 3 is the correct answer, to obtain the system services which need execution of privileged instructions. Software interrupts are used to access OS services. Next. The size of a string variable is. A string variable in C or C++ requires 1 byte per character, but a string itself depends on the memory location. So here option 4, none of the above is the correct answer. Why? Because the answer depends on the implementation part. Generally, it takes 1 byte per character. However, in general, modern implementation uses 4 bytes or more. Quicksort comparisons for different inputs. So given two sets here, 1 to n and n to 1. So let k1 and k2 be the number of comparisons made for the inputs 1 and 2 respectively. Then what will happen? So quicksort's performance is dependent on the pivot selection and input order. So the best case, that is balanced partition in quicksort, is big O of n log n, and worst case is big O of n square. For the given inputs, so here the first list is in sorted order because worst case behavior, and the second list is in reverse order, also causes worst case behavior. So quicksort performs differently based on pivot selection. So for a bad pivot choice, it results in k1 greater than k2 type of comparison. So correct answer is k1 greater than k2. So here more comparisons for already sorted input. So next one. Which of the following time complexity is said to be exponential? An exponential time complexity is one where the growth rate is proportional to an exponent of the input size. So here 2 power n exponential complexity is the correct answer. Next. Match the following. So here scope stands for the spatial region of a program where a variable or reference is valid. So for A, 3 is the correct answer. Next, extent. Extent is a time duration if a reference exists. So for B, option 1 is the correct answer. So next one is coercion. Coercion means implicit type conversion. So for C, option 4 is the correct answer. And casting. So casting means explicitly force type conversion. So option D, 2 is the correct answer. So for A3, D1, and for option C, 4, and D, 2. So these are the correct answers. So option 3 is the correct answer. If two finite state machines are equivalent, then they should have the same number of dash. Two finite state machines are equivalent if they recognize the same language. So they must have the same number of states and transitions. Edges represent transitions between states. And if two final statement FSMs are equivalent, then they must have the same number of states and edges. So option 3, states and edges, is correct answer. Next, OS is a software, hardware or firmware. So operating system consists of a software, system programs, kernel services, and hardware management, that is CPU scheduling, memory management, and firmware interactions also, that is bootloader, drivers, etc. Since OS involves all these components, the correct answer is option 4, all of the above. The next one, match the following options here. So this question is asked from the database management system. So here the secondary index matches the B tree. So B trees are commonly used for indexing in the databases. So A2, and then non-procedural query language. So non-procedural query language maps to option 3, that is relational algebra. So in option 4, relational algebra. So for B, it is 4. A is 2. Okay, why? So relational algebra provides the query mechanism in a non-procedural way. And the closure set of attributes determines dependencies, that is the functional dependencies. So option C, 1 is the correct answer. And option D, natural joins. Natural joins involve relational algebra, whereas the domain calculus provides an alternative relational query approach. So domain calculus is the correct answer for natural join. Option 3. Okay. So now so A2, B4, C1 and D3 is the correct answer. Next, which of the following is true? So this question is about the frame buffer in graphics. So a frame buffer of a graphics display system is: a frame buffer is a memory buffer containing the complete pixels data for a display. So an abstraction for graphics hardware, it represents the frame buffer of some video hardware and stores the pixel data for display. So all the statements are correct. So 4 is the correct answer. The main purpose of encryption is to provide. Encryption is primarily used to ensure data security, data integrity. So that's why option 4, that is both data security and integrity, is the correct answer. Next, which of the following is a disadvantages of the distributed system? Distributed systems have the drawbacks such as consumption of resources and network, software and security problems. So here option 1 is the correct answer, consumption of the resources, because it requires more computing resources. Which of the following is a desirable property of a module? Independence, low cohesiveness, high coupling and multifunctional. So from the given options, independence is the correct answer. Independence is a desirable property of a module to ensure reusability and maintainability. An abstract class in UML is: abstract class in UML doesn't instantiate objects. It's required for inheritance and used as a common placeholder in class hierarchy. So option 4, all of the above, is the correct answer. Which of the following is false? So here from the given statements, option 3 is the false statement. Message encrypted with the private key can be decrypted only with the corresponding public key. This is incorrect because public keys are used for encryption and only the corresponding private key can decrypt the message. So we can encrypt the message using the public keys and decrypt it using the private keys. The last question. A computer's RAM is typically measured in a processor checks for interrupts before executing a new instruction. That is, option 3 is the correct answer. So this is about the APPSC Degree Lecturer Computer Science 2012 previous paper. I hope this video is helpful for you. Thanks for watching my video.